Welcome to Zoom In, all about Egyptian cinema, past and present. Today I'm happy to have with me film critic and journalist, Mr. Ramy Abdel.
Mr. Ramy, welcome to our program Zoom In. Thank you. We would like to talk today about independent cinema. In particular, that independent cinema recently was able to achieve the difficult equation between representing the social issues and also receiving awards in festivals and attracting the Egyptian audience. Why was the independent cinema capable of achieving this equation while the other types of cinema was not able to do this? We need first to identify to people and to define what is independent cinema. Independent cinema is called for the low-cost films that are made without stars as actors and actresses and with the least technical abilities, depending on the digital camera and not the 35 ordinary celluloid camera to reduce the things needed and to reduce the costs and the budget of the film as much as people can, and they reduce the production resources, and they also do not depend on the stars, but it depends also on independence in ideas and ideologies, so it does not present the stereotypes or what we can call the compound cinema. What do we mean by the compound cinema is to show, for example, a thug and the dancer or a police officer in the intelligence who's trying to abort smuggling things, the ordinary things that we find in the Egyptian cinema since the year 1997, when Ismailiyya Raih Jay was shown, the beginning of such films, comic films, and also Abdel and Qalb al-Asad, the beginning of the cinema of the thugs, and Mafia, the beginning of the action movies. So independent cinema is the cinema that frees itself from all these things and tries to give people different taste and also goes to attract different audience, those audience who are not just looking for the dominating drama and the prevailing films, be it at the level of the story or the actors and the characters.
وبعدين بقى في الليله الزرقاء دي بقى ما تقوم تشوف لك سيرفع يا عم.
اعمل ايه؟ اهو مخنوقه يعني يا جدع، بقول لك امي استعملها.
دلوقتي انا عرفت ابوك سابك وطفش ليه.
شاكرين يا عم.
انت اتضايقت؟ يلا انا بهرج معاك.
والله انا زهقت يا مش عارف اعمل ايه ولا ايه. نفسي يا جدع اعمل الست الغلبانه دي اي حاجه، وابويا من يوم ما سافر ما نعرفش عنه اي حاجه. فاكر ايام اسماعيليه يا هيما؟
فاكر، مع اننا كنا لسه صغيرين بس لسه فاكر.
بس كان في بيت وام واب، والاب خلع، ومن يوم ما خلع وهي الحال اللي انت شايفه ده.
فيها منع.
مين دي؟
مش التاني النهارده كمان.
امك ايه ده؟ راح فين اعمل لك شاي؟ انا نازل تحت. لا اشرب شاي. انصرف باذن الله.
Going back to my question about this equation that was established by the independent cinema, as we feel right now that independent cinema highlights the problems of the community and is also awarded a lot of prizes, and also the audience go and watch the independent cinema and the independent films. In your opinion, why is it given this importance now? Independent cinema, or the trend of independent cinema and the films that were produced under this term, independent cinema, are the only films nowadays that represent Egypt outside the limits of the national festivals. It is able to represent represent Egypt in Arab festivals, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, Marrakesh, Wahran, or international and European festivals. Because the independent cinema is made with a high level of quality, maturity, giving due concern to details, so there is a real idea behind the film, and it is not just a matter of producing a film to be shown in the cinema for 4 or 5 weeks so as to get a lot of revenues, like for example playing on the idea of instinct, for example, or the traditional hero. And also at the level of the cinemas in Egypt, the independent cinema up till now was not able to compete with the commercial cinema, but now there are a lot of audience who watch the independent films. There is now a segment of the society at a specific cultural level that look for this type of films. There are people now who go to the cinema to watch a Asham movie for Magdi Morgan. Although there is no star in this film, they go to watch Haragan Marag, starred by Muhammad Farag, and he was not known before Al-Qashash movie. They go and watch Farsh Waghata, starred by Asr Yassin, not to watch Asr Yassin, but because the film carries a real important idea, although Asr Yassin in the film does not speak except 3 or 4 sentences.
احنا المصريين عادي بناخد اي حاجه نايف هنعملها اي حاجه. احنا بقينا شويه شويه ما بقيناش بنحس بحاجه، ما بقيناش بنستطعم حاجه. كل واحد ماشي حاطط راسه في الارض، مش مهم بيسمع ايه بيشوف ايه، كله ماشي مختلف.
طب ولو مثلا خدتك حته تانية تعملي المشروع ده؟
فين بقى؟ باريس؟
وانتي
خايفه؟
طبيعي لو ما نفعتش مره واثنين وثلاثه. عندك امل، ده اهم حاجه.
هو الدكتور قال لك ايه بالظبط؟ انا عاوزه اجي معاك.
لا عايزه تقعدي بيتحرك في الحمام.
ما تتعلقيش بالمكان ده قوي، المكان ده بتاعي انا.
ربنا يتوب عليا بقى باللبس ده.
مين اللي دخلك المكتب يا ابتسامه؟ تردي عليا.
باللون الحماده بستك.
مش عاوزه، ما بتفهمش.
جورج
ده انت ابن كلب.
من اولها كده فضايح، رجعك لامي. موقف محرج كالعاده.
هو انا عملت ايه غلط؟
تعب على المحل دي بتاعتي. بس يلا.
موضوع السفر ده شاغلها قوي.
ما عندناش فلوس كفايه، ما عندناش تأمين.
ما ترعبيش اهالي القاهره اكتر ما هم مرعوبين.
فولي على الفيزا النهارده.
خلي بالك من نفسك اوكي؟
وانت
ليه كل صورك وانت لوحدك؟
ما عنديش طلبات بقى، خدت كل اللي عايزه يعني، مش هطلع.
لا اطمن. الناس بتدور على اي سبب عشان تفرح.
عارف اديك ايه؟ السعاده.
Since you're talking about Farsh and Ghata film, I want to know your criticism of this film. Farsh وغطا is an experience of a film that wanted to show an experimental, a cinema experimental style through making a film that has a minimum dialogue. In my opinion, this is goodwill, but unfortunately it was not well done, because at the end maybe the dialogue is not needed for the drama, but it is a normal thing. It means that there is a drama defect in a lot of the films. And we can sum it by saying that they lack being natural. These are real characters, but they lack being natural and normal, because the whole time the director is trying to make the character silent in scenes that need dialogue. So we cannot accept this. It is not logical that, for example, a young man man would go back to his house after running from prison, and his mother does nothing except smiling and hugging him without saying, "Welcome, I've missed you." These things made us feel that these are not normal characters and not normal people. So the idea of removing dialogue was not a very good idea. So this might be the main criticism directed to فرش وغطا film. But besides this, it is a well-built film, well structured, and it has the roughness of the reality, especially that it tackles the journey of a person who ran from prison on the 28th of January until he died in one of the sectarian incidents that took due to the insecurity and the social and political changes that happened after the 25th of January 2011. They were able to mention a lot of things, and the director Abdel mentioned in this short journey a lot of defects and shortcomings in the Egyptian community without delving into the details or without using political discourse. But also he forced on the film reality elements or documentary elements through figures and characters. We used to sit with the main character and telling them his story as if they are telling it to us, we the audience. If we're talking about drama, it is so difficult that a character will sit with a fugitive and tell his story to him unless he wants to tell the story to us, the audience. So this made us confused and made things illogical, while at the general level of the structure of the film and raising a lot of political and social ideas, the film was so good in discussing these things. In addition, of course, to the high technical level shown in this film, be it at the level of the cameraman and the shooting, also the natural sound, the natural light, using the shadow, and also acting, and even the good use of silence, even, and the natural sound. We do not find a lot of music in the film, but the whole time we feel that there is the natural sound of the city, or we can say the underground city, because most of the scenes of the film are in graveyards, as if this is the city of the dead, as if there is another nation of dead people who are living in the graveyard, and there are alive people who are in the streets, and when this nation will revive, they will revive through Tahrir Square.